Hello for February 15th, 2018. This is a video on Financhill.com, creative spelling of the industry that we're in. So this is a quick demonstration about how to look at seasonality for different securities in determining either equity plays or option strategies. So this is a paid subscription service for being able to look at various instruments. So I'll just give you a quick demonstration, and it runs about $50, I believe, US per month. You can buy a monthly as well as an annual subscription, but for the time being, I'm just running this on a monthly basis. So you type in any security. So right now it's set to Apple, and then you would click under seasonality to bring up this lower part. So what it's saying is based on the current information. So February 15th, this is the wrong time. I don't know why that's, it's only 3:58 p.m. in the afternoon here. But anyhow, maybe there's a 24-hour delay, who knows. The open 163. So it's showing the most recent week, 167. If we look at, for example, where Apple is, stockcharts.com is also another free site where you can just get current information relative to securities that you're looking for and do some technical analysis on it. So what it's showing is, as of today, this is currently 172.96. So the Financhill website is showing a little bit of delayed information, so it had 167. So it's already surpassed this line, 172. So what this is saying essentially is, based on the next, say 8 weeks, I think I've got 13 weeks here, but you can adjust this if you want to look at the future probabilistic prices. You can shorten it 2 months, let's say. This is projecting that, theoretically, based on historical analysis, Apple should be in that range of 177. And it's showing, when I move my mouse, if you look below, it says in the dialog box, Apple projected to rise by 6%, close at 177. Historical probability is 59%. You can adjust that. You can go into the screen and then get more detailed information about stock score, whether it's a buy or a sell rating, price change since the last rating, days since. Let's say you just want to look at buy recommendations, stocks that are optionable, yes, share price. We'll dial this down to, say, $200, say. 30-day average volume. You want to look for something over, say, a certain amount, so you can say 500,000 plus. That generally would be the large cap stocks, but you can also narrow it down. Apple will be amongst the higher float, or the higher traded amount. You can look at minimum trade history, so you want to look at, say, the longer time frames. And then this is another feature of Financhill, is it will show you what stocks are poised to be in that range, so you can filter it down and look at these companies that are rated a buy, okay, percent change based on the parameters that we'd set up above. Or again, if you're just looking for seasonality, then you would just click screen seasonality, and here we can set the number of years of the probability. We'll change this to, say, 8 weeks, because options generally do take more time to play out. Otherwise, if you're looking for equities, stock plays only, that's fine too. Percent rise fall between 5 and 20%, and then this will give you that list, and you can filter it down by price gain. So this company, if we look at the chart, VIPS, which is VIP Shop Holdings, it's slated to do a good, as you look at the right-hand part of the column, 40%, 48% by the middle of, say, August area, so July, August, September. So by September, rather, probability of 80%. So if I said, well, I'd really like to look at something a little bit more better range, then I can go back and then dial this up to 90%, and then the filter will do the same thing based on percent gain again. And this is showing you again 80%. Okay, so the idea is you can play around with different securities by entering the actual ticker here under free search. You can type in something like Goldman Sachs, for example, and if you just use the information, this is saying that based on the parameters, it's looking like this should be a sell. You can break up a chart and it's sort of in this reddish zone, so anything under this 50 is going to be considered a sell. In the green zone, obviously a buy. So you could do your own technical analysis. You can play with things like different instruments, different indicators. If I wanted to look at a typical MACD, you can do that. You can add things. You can change this. Look at weekly candles, monthly candles, whatever the case may be. So hopefully that's a little bit of information to get you in the know. So based on this introductory video, it helps to narrow down at least some of the things. Obviously, if there's a huge sell-off based on a policy or a catastrophic event that's happening in the markets, that's not going to play well with this. But this is more looking into the a bit of a crystal ball, if you will, but looking into the future, 8 weeks ideally out. Talk soon.